What's up, folks? It's Fozza here. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day. Today we're going to be taking a look at Team of the Year in FIFA 22. That's right, the past few days we've been having all the sort of announcements from EA on like who the goalkeepers, the defenders, the midfielders and the attackers are, and last night they released the official voting for it. So we've got 80 nominees to pick from. There will be a team of 11, and then they will also have a 12th man for whoever gets the 12th most votes and whoever they deem to be the right 12th man. So I'm going to take a look at what I want to see in the game and what I think is deserving. And we'll just go from there. If you guys want to get involved with it, I'll put the link for the voting in the description down below. Check that out, and then either hop into the Discord or just tweet me what you think your team of the year is, or what you'd even want just to see in FIFA. I know a lot of people, there's a bit of a mix in the community in regards to it's either they vote for who they want in FIFA, or they just sort of do a full, as accurate as possible team of the year, or they do bias. I'll be honest, as we go through, I'm going to note who I think probably should get the team of the year if we're going purely real life based. However, I am going to take FIFA into consideration, and with FIFA, I like playing with players that have a bit of sentimental value, the players I like in real life. So my team's going to have a little bit of bias in it, and it's not going to be as representative as a full real world sort of reward, because you have to keep in mind it's a game. In 6 months time, 6, 7, 8 months time, we're going to have it's more like 8 months time, we're going to have a brand new game out. These cards aren't going to matter anymore, so I want fun cards that also are deserving. So we'll jump right into it, guys. If you do enjoy it, please do give a like, rate, and it's greatly appreciated. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, just helps me out greatly. Let's have a look at who the options are. So goalkeepers, there's Courtois, Donnarumma, Ederson, Mike Maignan, Martinez, Mendy, and Oblak. Straight away, there's 3 here that I think are in the options. You've got Donnarumma, you've got Maignan, and Mendy. Now, Mendy had an incredible season with Chelsea. They won the Champions League, and he was a big difference maker in comparison to like having Kepa in the team. Donnarumma was obviously at Milan. Team-wise, they didn't do like all that much last season, but then he was pivotal in the Italy team, obviously for the Euros, and they won that, and he is one of the best goalkeepers in the world. And then there's Maignan, who moved from Lille after winning the league with them. With how they were performing at the start of this season, he was crucial to them. I'm between Donnarumma and Big Mike for who I want in the team. I would have gone with Mike Maignan if he didn't have his winter wild card. Because he has a promo card already, we're going to go with Donnarumma, because obviously if the team of the year would be better than the winter wild card, but he's already got a promo card, and as much as it is for goalkeepers, that's all it's really about. So I want to get an Italian Ligue 1 goalkeeper for Donnarumma, and that'll be good. Now for the defenders, obviously there's 80 players. I don't want to list them all off, but there's Alaba, you've got Trent, Azpilicueta, Bonucci, Chiellini, Davies, Gunter, Hakimi, Hernandez, Hummels, Navas, Cancelo, Jordi Alba, Kier, Koundé, Marquinhos, Ronaldo, Romero, Ruben Diaz, Rudiger, Shaw, Skriniar, Spinazzola, Trippier, and Walker. So the back four has been an interesting one from what I've seen. Ronaldo had a fantastic season with Lille, but I don't think he's team of the year worthy. Romero, I'm seeing people like completely disregard. We have to remember how good he was and how pivotal he was in that Atalanta team for like the second half of the 2020 and 21 season. He was fantastic. He was part of the Argentina squad that went on to win the tournament in the summer. I believe he was in that team. I'm pretty damn sure he was. Maybe his start of Spurs hasn't been as excellent, but he should definitely be up there in the debate the way Ruben Diaz is. Marquinhos had a good season. Cancelo has been unreal. Now, as I said, I'm going to have a bit of bias and also a bit of realism in it. So I think Theo Hernandez definitely should be involved. He's been unbelievable for Milan. Obviously, people may disregard that because it's the Serie A. But he's been unreal for Milan. He's been really good in France. He's been playing as like a left mid in some games. He's been great. A lot of people probably would be showing Davies in this. Davies didn't have as good a season last year as he did in previous years. I did watch a good few of the games. He wasn't as good, so that's why I don't have him in the team. For the centre back options, I feel like Marquinhos is obviously a very, very good shout, but for me, I'm going to go with Skriniar. He was part of that Inter Milan team that won the Serie A. He stopped the dominance of Juventus, and he was honestly he was so pivotal in that team. And even this season, he's been playing fantastic. So that's why I have him in. As even from a non-biased point of view, I think he should definitely be included, and he is being overlooked. The other centre back, I think, if we go deserving on real life performances, it's probably going to be Marquinhos, Diaz, or Romero. I know Diaz or Marquinhos then probably kind of win that battle, and yet you can pick 4 fullbacks this if you want, guys, but I want to try and do like a bit realistic left back and a right back, or at least 2 fullbacks, 2 centre backs. Marquinhos should probably be in there. Maybe Diaz for winning the league, but I'm going to go one of the Italian guys. I'll go Bonucci or Chiellini. And I think for the performance in the final of the Euros, I'm going to go for Bonucci. I mean, I think either if we don't want Skriniar in here, maybe we put Diaz in if we're being realistic. But I think one of the Juventus and Italian centre backs should be there. They didn't have as good a season in the league, but that was a kind of a whole Juventus issue, not necessarily down to them. Chiellini had some good moments, but I think overall Bonucci really was unbelievable at the Euro, so he's in there. Right back wise, most people are going for Trent. People are putting Hakimi in because they want him in the game. Cancelo is honestly who I think deserves it. I think Cancelo would be very deserving of it, especially with how he's been performing now, and it's probably the best one. But there's very few Roma players in this, so I need to put my man Spinazzola in. He obviously has his winter wild card, but I think a Team of the Year version of him would be tremendous. Obviously, he has been injured since the Euros, so I think it's unlikely he's going to get it, but I want him in there because, you know, you have to respect Roma. So, midfielders, there's a lot of good options. There's Barella, Bellingham, Bruno, Casemiro, Olmo, De Bruyne, Diaz, Fabinho, Fekir, Foden. Could you imagine a Team of the Year Fekir? Jesus. Goretzka, there's Jorginho, and there's Kante, which is going to be a big discussion. Kimmich, Kostic, Locatelli, Paqueta, Llorente, Modric, Mount, Müller, Pedri, Rice, Son, Verratti, and Vert. So straight away, what I've seen from a lot of people, I've seen a lot of people putting Son in, and that's a bit of the FIFA coming in. They want the 5-star weak foot. That's fair enough. I think either Kante or Jorginho needs to definitely be in it with how pivotal they were for Chelsea, and obviously also Italy's run in the Euros for Jorginho. Looking elsewhere, Goretzka has a really big shout for how good he's been. People putting KDB in, I don't think he's been deserving of it from last year. One player who I think needs to definitely be in it, and I'm sick of people overlooking it, is Barella. Similar to Skriniar, huge for that Inter Milan side. And I straight away, basically this team's going to be full Serie A, but straight away from like the Inter Milan side, absolute rock in the midfield for them. Did it all last year, and then he went on to do that in the Euros too. I think the rest of this midfield probably isn't what's going to be in it, but I think Barella, without a doubt, has to be in Team of the Year. Like winning the domestic league, and you can only be what's in front of you, being one of the best players in the team. Then winning the international tournament that summer with your team, being one of the best players in the team. Like, and at their top, I think they're top. You go top of the league, or the battle for top of the league right now, and they're in good form. They're through to the knockout stage of the Champions League, which they hadn't done for a while. He can't do much more than that, so he definitely needs to be involved. As I said, one of the Chelsea guys needs to be involved between Kante or Jorginho. And I'm going to stick with Italy bias, putting Jorginho in. He was up there for the Ballon d'Or. For me, his Euros sort of like helped him go above Kante. From watching Chelsea a lot last year, obviously both Kante and him were a bit iffy for a while. Then Tuchel came in, both started playing better. I think Kante had the really big Champions League performances, and then was still good outside of that. But it was really the Champions League performances which are big. Obviously, that's huge if you can help your team win that trophy. But overall, then also including the Euros, I just think Jorginho did that bit more. He just did that bit extra to be in the team. And we look at the rest of the options. Not too, because I don't want Verratti in. I don't think he's deserving of it, and I wouldn't be too fussed on using him. I think this is a tricky one. Diaz has been really good. I don't think Bruno should be there. Llorente's been good. You know, I'm gonna go for Goretzka. I think Goretzka or Kimmich is probably who else should be here. You can make the argument for Kante, but I'm going to go for Goretzka. I think he's tremendous, and he is very deserving to be there. Now the attackers, this is where it gets interesting, and I think there's a lot of, I think I know what EA is going to give us, but there's a lot of interesting stuff here too. So you've got Benzema, who in the end of 2021 has been phenomenal, just absolutely insane player. Chiesa was good last year for Juventus, but really turned up in the Euros. Ronaldo, I don't think should be here. I'm gonna be brutal. Yes, he should probably be in the voting. Like, you don't look all the players in the voting. He deserves to be in the voting, but he shouldn't be anywhere near the team. Maybe a 12th man. Jonathan David was big for Lille in the run, but I don't think he's worthy of a card. Moreno, he was very good for Villarreal, wasn't as good for Spain. Grealish, I don't think it should be anywhere near here. Haaland's fantastic, but won't translate well into FIFA. Immobile really wasn't good at the Euros, so I don't think he should be there. Insigne is a good shout. Kane again, I think he's so undeserving. If he shouldn't get one. I don't think he will, but I don't think he shouldn't really be even in the conversation. Lewandowski's been unreal, and I think I'm probably gonna have to put him in the team regardless, just because of how good he's been. Lukaku, great with Inter, dropped off a bit with Chelsea. I don't think Mbappe, I'm going to preface this right now. Mbappe, Messi and Neymar here, only one of them deserve a team of the year, and it's Messi. Mbappe last year, Mbappe and Neymar last year had injuries, and they failed, and that obviously has an impact, but they failed to win Ligue 1. Leo won it, and Leo's team should not have been winning the league. So for that fact alone, I don't think either of them should be there. And there's Oyarzabal, Payet, Salah, Suarez, Tadic and Vlahovic. Now, if I wanted to be fully biased, I would be doing something like this. I'd be smacking Chiesa in, I'd be smacking Insigne in, and who else is here? Who else can I be biased with? Probably Immobile. Like, I could smack Immobile in and I could do something like that. But I want to be a little bit realistic and also deserving and not completely taint it all with Serie A. I think Salah definitely needs to be in here. Obviously Chiesa had the really big Euros performance, but I think outside of that, Salah's been performing at just a whole level right now, so he needs to be there. Insigne, I'm not going to include. I'm going to change him out in a second. Lewandowski needs to be in, without a shout. Sorry, without a shadow of doubt. He has to be there. His numbers are far too good. I know Poland not necessarily. That's a tough situation, but for Bayern Munich anyway, he's been tremendous. The final slot then can kind of go, like, you've got Benzema shouting for it, but for me, I'm going to go for probably someone who people don't want to see, and it's Vlahovic. Vlahovic in his season with Fiorentina through 20 and 21 was unbelievable. EA did him so dirty with the base card they gave him this year. He should have been like an 83, 84 rated with the goals he's been scoring. There's a reason he's got like an 80 million price tag on him and how good he's been. He's continued it into this season, and I know it's Fiorentina, so they're not really won anything, but he did really not carry the side, but was a big factor in why they were winning last year. He's been great this year. Big clubs are wanting to sign him with a big price tag. There's a reason for that. And for that reason, that's why I think he deserves the team of the year. People won't want him because he's 3-star. He doesn't have traits. He's got low balance even on the team of the year card. But this is where I think EA, and I'll say, just to note as well, I didn't mention at the start, this is a community vote, but EA can have an influence on who gets in. So even they could basically disregard the entire overall public vote and just put whoever they want to sell packs. Now, I feel this team is a nice 50-50 between players that actually deserve it and then my bias in there. Donnarumma was definitely up there in the argument, one of the best 3 goalkeepers this year. It kind of depends where that falls. Theo Hernandez for me has been the best left back in the past year, without a doubt. Skriniar, I think, is very deserving for the Inter Milan run and being a rock in that defence. Bonucci's the one we can argue about. Maybe we have Diaz in there. Maybe we have Marquinhos instead. Spinazzola probably shouldn't be here. Should probably have Cancelo. So far we're kind of like, we're 3 out of 5. Barella, without a doubt, needs to be there. So we're 4 for 6. Jorginho, I think, is going on a lot of votes. He was up there in the Ballon d'Or, so obviously there's a reason he's there. Goretzka, one of the best midfielders this year. Maybe Goretzka gets changed out for Kante, but I like the option of a box-to-box. Lewandowski and Salah, both very deserving, and Vlahovic is my sort of underdog in the vote. So I think this has been a bit of a nice mix of the realism and what I want to see in FIFA, and what I think is also just deserving personally from the football I watch. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of my team, and also don't forget the links down there as well in the description. So if you want to go and do your vote, I'll submit to the term. I'll submit my vote. you guys go show me who you think. We'll download both images so we have them, share them on social media in a couple days after this video's been up. What do you think of my team? Let me see who you think should be in the vote instead. We'll see who actually gets it. It's we should expect Team of the Year to start within the next week, probably. I did see rumors today on the expected dates. I think voting ends on the 18th, which would be next Tuesday, and then on the Friday, basically Friday the 21st, I think is when we should expect to see items and packs. They'll probably start with attackers, then go midfielders only, then go for the defense and goalkeepers, and then say from the 28th, Friday the 28th through to Tuesday the 1st of February, that's when we'll have the full team impacts plus the 12th man. So guys, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, rate, and really appreciate it. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Have a fantastic day. Goodbye.